looks like we're at part 4, part 5, I don't know. I've done a few things off camera that I need to review with you all. First of all, the plastics are on the fuel tank. So we have this little nipple here. It's an Amazon special, Chinese thing up top. And then on the side, you see we have some 2018 race edition plastics that are on the fuel tank, which is pretty cool. And we also have removed these race stickers from our wheels. So those are off, as you can see here. Now, unfortunately, the sticker kit I ordered from Beta, it came with these wheel stickers, but I've tried 2 of them now, and there's not really any stick. These don't have any stick left to them, so I think I might have to just I'm gonna go try all 8 of them, but if they don't stick, I'm just gonna have to go with naked rims that won't have the cool racing stripes, which is just kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. You'll notice that my sprocket is off. Well, let's first start with the brake rotor. So here's the brake rotor I had on the bike. The minimum thickness is 3.5 millimeters. I measured and it was not that, as you can see too. This rotor was kind of oddly deformed, where the outside edge was thicker than the inside edge. So these are the original rear rotors. And so I replaced them with, don't laugh. Don't laugh if you want to. Solid rotors. So you can see these side by side. Here's the thing. I don't use the rear brake a lot. What I want is maximum braking. I don't really care about heat dissipation because I'm not racing this bike. And so I'm not going to be riding the rear brake constantly and needing it to dissipate heat very well. What I do want is a strong rear brake. And so this is the Intech. Is that what it is? Where's the thing? Where's the packaging? Intech? Intech solid rear brake rotor. AB 13101. And so I don't really care that it's solid and not waved because I need to apply some brake clean to it, but either way, there's that. Now, we've also removed our sprocket, as you can see. Sprocket's just sad. So we have a new sprocket here. It's a 50-tooth super sprox with this aluminum hub and steel teeth on the outside. So that's very, very exciting. RST 8050 red. We also have a super light 13-tooth black front sprocket with I ordered it with a silver sprocket bolt. I don't know where that is. It's supposed to come in one. I also ordered just replacement sprocket fasteners in here as well. So new thread locker at least. And then we ordered a DID 520 VX3 X-Ring. The silver was out of stock, so gold it is. This is the 116. There's our link. And this is the chain right here. I have a tool coming tomorrow to install this. I've never installed a chain before. Lube chains, I've never installed them before. Also has come in these tamper-proof set of tools, so I can take that head cover off to check the valve clearance. And because I couldn't find it after the move, I also grabbed a feeler gauge set for checking those intake and exhaust valves on the cylinder head right there. What else do we do? Well, I actually am not finishing the job tonight because I need that chain tool to come because I have to break this chain. Master link is, where did I saw it here earlier? There it is. It was riveted, I think. Either way, we gotta break this chain because when I do that, then I have, I found a fun fact. So this thing the other day, I forgot to put it back on. Turns out this actually isn't a part that I need to put back on because the person just tore off their upper chain guard, and the upper chain guard is, okay, I can't really, basically the upper chain guard is this. They just had it torn off, you can see there. So upper chain guard will go back on like that. And then we have a new frame slider here from Beta, and then a new lower chain guard here also from Beta. Like I said the other day, I said on my Adventure Rider, I was talking to Adventure Rider about this, but the TM design stuff would have been $300 for these parts. And I spent, I think, $140 for these parts from Beta directly. And I already bought that internal cover, which I replaced in a previous video. So, but I can't install this stuff until I break this chain off, which requires a tool, which comes tomorrow. That'll be part of this video. I also replaced the rear mud flap. So that's done. New mud flap is on. And what else? Okay, that's it for now. This video is going to be about the drive system. Yeah, the drive system, those guards, and then getting the brake sprockets and rotor installed. I don't know, actually, I'll pull up the thing. My address isn't pictured on it. But I believe, does this mean that the silver MX sprocket bolt was not available? It was marked yellow. So I don't know where it is. It wasn't in the box. This is from Sprocket Center, which is kind of cool. It's cool that it is kits. You see here, this is the Super Sprockets kit with choice of chain. That is on and it is torqued down. See here, those bolts come through right there. Looks fantastic. You can see the difference in the sprocket health between the old and the new. I mean, actually, it's funny how you guys were commenting saying that you should replace those sprockets. And you were right. Wow. What a difference that makes. It must have been rattling like crazy before. Well, I tried to get my valve cover off. I did pull the spark plug coil pack, but I could not get this T30 in there, so I ended up ordering a Wera short hex ratchet to go in there. I'm looking forward to getting that in. It'll come in 2 days. So I ordered that, as well as a right angle spark plug puller, which should allow me to take this valve cover off so I can check the clearances. But good news, I just got an email from Beta Suspension that my suspension is shipped. It is Wednesday night. It'll be here Tuesday night. So with all that stuff I ordered, arriving Friday, I'm still in a good place to put the suspension and wheels on Wednesday of next week and get this on the road by next weekend. That's my goal. I also just ordered front and rear brake pads from EBC because why not? I'm doing new rotors anyway. I need to, I don't know my caliper tool. I should measure my front rotors before I go to bed to make sure I don't need to order a front rotor too. Any less than 3.5 millimeters, and I need to replace it. Honestly, for $100, I should just replace the front rotor. But okay, let's take a step back for a second. So valve check is on hold tonight. Can't do that. I also ordered some new oil for the air filter. That needs to be oiled. I have a new air filter over here too. I need to oil and install. I think for now, given that I'm waiting for tomorrow's chain riveting tool to arrive to do those protective bits down there, as well as the chain, and I'm waiting for 2 days for the spark plug puller and the low profile ratchet to arrive to do that. So I check the valves. I feel like I'm stuck right now. I think the only thing I can do right now for tonight is to, and I also really don't want to wire this up until I have got this all back together down here. I don't want any more wires to get in the way. And I also can't put the wheels on until the suspension is in. At least the rear suspension is in. Well, front too, obviously, duh. So let's look over here at our stuff. We have hand guards. We have the Cerebus hand guards. We have shifter and brake lever. We have some stickers. We have our skid plate, which we can't do yet. And then we have our plastics. We have our rear fender plastics. Let's go ahead and take this rear fender off and see what we can do with that. And get the that replaced maybe. Kind of leaning a little bit to the left, aren't we? Yeah, there's so much stuff I want to replace, and I'm really trying to like be good to myself here, not go insane, because again, I have no idea this bike is even reliable. And I also need to, over the wintertime, replace the frame. So I need to like someone was like, hey, you should replace the wiring loom. Like, yeah, I actually agree I should, because these old Beta wiring looms were very unreliable, and there were some design revisions that made them more reliable. But I should do that when the frame is out, the motor is out. I shouldn't do that now. So I'm trying to just balance like things I want to do and things I have to do. I guess plastics are less important than a frame, but I want to get this bike on the road or trail. I don't want to deal with the frame, the wiring loom, the recluse. I took the rear fender off, so it's 2 4mm bolts here, and then 2 8s here, 3 8s, 1, 2, 3 here, and then 2 more 8mm here and here. Really, as far as the fender goes, it's just 1, 2. These are just holding the rear license plate brake light to the rear subframe. And then you have 2 more 8mm on each side, 1 there and 1 there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are holding that rear fender on, with these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, they're all down here holding that rear fender onto the subframe. But here's the old one right here. I do have to move over these 2 captive or whatever spacers over to the one from Polysport. We have our plastics on. We're just gonna, well, I should take a rag and clean this up a little bit first, but yeah, we're just gonna get this all cleaned up. I noticed though, I don't know how this works. I would love turn signals on this bike. We have a turn signal switch here, and I see here we have a plug right there. Is that a turn signal plug? If it is, I should just grab the turn signals, or a set of turn signals, and mount them to this. I'll still end up using hand signals anyway, but it's a plug right there, and I have this off. Maybe I'll put some little droplet turn signals on the side here as an extra thing, but yeah, I need to get this cleaned off. Here's the original brake pedal and the upgraded one. So you can see they're actually pretty identical in a lot of ways, but you do have a larger tip there. This race edition looks a little bit better built. Obviously a new bearing in there. And I should have, I kept looking at it. I think I had one in my cart at some point, but I'm not replacing the clevis here, although to be honest, I really should. But for now, I'm gonna leave that as is. Again, the rear brake isn't really huge for me, but hey, yeah, look, new swing arm stickers, decals. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna just put this as is for now, and just see how I like it, the play in it. If the play is kind of inadequate, then I'll replace the clevis at some point. All right, let's get this rear brake, upgraded brake lever in there. Well, fender plastics are on. Looks really nice. I'm getting better at these decals. Also, we have completed the shift lever, which is going to be sized to my boot size 13, so it's plus 5mm. And then yeah, same thing, decals on this side as well. I was going to install this brake lever safety wire, but I'm not going to do that tonight because I'm getting tired. I also was going to do the hand guards, but I decided to hold off the hand guards until the front suspension is on, just for a stability thing. I'm cranking down on nuts and bolts. And then I was also going to go ahead and start doing the front sprocket, but I can't really do the front sprocket without the wheel on the bike. So that's all on hold too. Finally, I set aside the plastics to put on the airbox cover and the front fork plastics, or decals, sorry. But again, my hands are filthy. I need to wash my hands. But hey, you know, I think we're doing okay. This is good for a next video. So following video will be head removal. I ordered a spark plug, so replace the spark plug, do the valve check. I'm also going to do the sprockets and chain. I will finish up the brake lever, oil or lube the air filter. And then maybe by that point, I'll be able to finish the wiring of the Trailtech Voyager. And also, video after that is going to be doing the brake pads and getting the wheels, front rear wheel back on maybe. And then suspension goes on. After the suspension goes on, I can then do the fluids, brake fluid, transmission fluid, oil filter, and I can do the skid plate. Then hand guards. Finally, if I'm feeling like I just want to get it done, maybe I'll go ahead and do the recluse and the recluse clutch slave cylinder in there as well. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I feel like I'm in a good place, about 60-70% done, and still have no idea how strong this motor is. Will I need a new motor? Hopefully not. Will I need a new top end? Probably eventually, but it's going to at least be a brand new-ish bike. I know you guys are home saying, do the frame. It's $1,300, and I just don't feel like doing it. It's only an evening of work to the frame, but I just don't feel like doing it. I spent so much money already. I spent about $2-3 grand already. I don't want to spend any more right now. I want to just get the thing out on the road. Okay, that's it for this video. Have a good night.